President Trump is kicking his messaging strategy into high gear, coming on the heels of a burst of appearances.
Without a wall, you cannot have border security.
The president will address the nation Tuesday night from the Oval Office, his most significant effort yet to sell Americans on his demand for a border wall that has led to a partial government shutdown, seemingly with no end in sight. While Trump in December may have said,
I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck.
Reuters' Amanda Becker explains that may no longer be the case.
You know, when we're seeing headlines about are people's paychecks not going to show up on Friday for the federal workers who are affected, and that's nearly, 1 million federal workers, a lot of whom are continuing to work but not getting paid. I think that 3 weeks in, the president is showing signs of perhaps wanting to change the narrative a little bit and not have this be his shutdown anymore.
Just this weekend, Trump pledged not to bend in his demand for $5.6 billion to pay for the wall, but said the barrier could be made of steel instead of concrete as a potential compromise with Democrats who refuse to fund it. It's not clear that changed any minds. Democrats say the wall is expensive, immoral, and inefficient, and recently passed legislation in the House to reopen all government agencies, but did not include wall funding.
We want to get back to work.
Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen, who's arguing that no legislation be taken up in the Senate until the shutdown is resolved, met with furloughed federal employees on Monday to talk about how they're being impacted.
Our employees work paycheck to paycheck. I don't know how they're going to, make their mortgages.
Republican Senate leader Mitch McConnell says he won't put any bill up for a vote if Trump won't sign it, even though the Senate overwhelmingly supported a similar measure last month before Trump changed his mind.
I may declare a national emergency.
The White House says the president is considering declaring a national emergency as an alternative way to build the wall, drawing rebukes from the other side of the aisle.
And we would certainly oppose any attempt by the president to make himself a king and a tyrant by saying that he can appropriate money without Congress.
Trump is also planning to visit the southern border on Thursday, leaving Washington for the first time since the shutdown began over 2 weeks ago.